Hi everyone! Today we are in the beautiful Regency town of Cheltenham, located in the Cotswolds region of England, and we're eating at an independent family-run Italian deli called My Pastalicious. I really wanted to try this place when we were in Cheltenham because when researching where to eat, I noticed they had an average of 5 stars on Google after 173 reviews, which is not easy to achieve, and walking in I knew I had stumbled upon something special. For those of you who are new to the channel, I post videos on a regular basis of some of my top recommendations and favorite places to eat, so if this type of content is your thing, why not consider subscribing? Alright, let's see why everyone in Cheltenham seems to adore My Pastalicious. Unlike their namesake, if you were eating in, you wouldn't actually be going for the pasta. The pasta is made fresh here, but you would buy that and their sauces to take home, as they're not actually part of their eat-in menu. When eating in, you would have to look at their cake counter full of delicious baked goods, or go for their sandwiches and specials. At first glance, it is all very simple, but simple can be absolutely delicious, especially when you have incredible ingredients. For each of their sandwiches, you can either choose to have it on focaccia or ciabatta bread. They also have 4 different toasties and also some specials on their menu. For those of you who don't know the difference between focaccia and ciabatta, focaccia is usually infused with olive oil, and the texture is typically airy and soft with a slight crisp crust that makes each bite a savory delight. Ciabatta, on the other hand, is a bit more rustic and has a chewier texture. The crust is crispier as well, so you're going to get a bit of a heartier experience with ciabatta. It definitely just comes down to a matter of taste, as both of these breads at My Pastalicious were fantastic. We tried 4 different sandwiches. First up was the Trolla with focaccia. This came with speck, brie cheese, tomato, and sun-dried tomato cream. Speck is a cured, lightly smoked Italian ham that has a delicate balance of smoky, savory, and slightly sweet flavors. The sun-dried tomato cream, though, was definitely the star of the show, as it had an intense and concentrated flavor of sun-dried tomato, perfectly seasoned too. We also had their spicy Nduja cream toasty. Nduja cream has a smoky and creamy texture with a bit of a spicy kick thanks to its blend of chili peppers and pork. It's not that spicy though. I would describe it as mild and a level of spice that the average person could probably handle. It came with fontina cheese, which is a creamy, semi-soft cheese that has a nutty flavor and is usually melted into fondue. There's slices of tomato and also slices of mortadella, which is pork delicately seasoned with a mild and slightly sweet flavor. The next sandwich is the Verona on focaccia, Parma ham, basil cream, and cream cheese. Parma is a saltier cured ham that has a melt-in-your-mouth texture. The saltiness perfectly balanced with the cream cheese, and the basil cream had a smooth and creamy texture. However, my favorite sandwich of theirs that we tried ended up being the bologna on ciabatta, which had that delicately seasoned mortadella, tomato slices, and pistachio pesto. The highlight of this sandwich was that pesto, which is without a doubt the best pesto I've ever had. I've had a lot of pesto sauces that overdo it on the olive oil a bit to almost try and carry it. However, this pesto is more of a creamier, thicker texture, and the flavor is intense. You can definitely taste the nuttiness of the pistachio here, and we were considering purchasing a jar to take home. We were pretty pleased to see some of the pesto on their Barata special, which came with tomato slices, rocket, and olive tapenade, which is pureed olives, delicious peppers, served with some bread on the side. The Barata was incredible. If you've never had Barata, it's a must. Imagine a mozzarella shell with a rich center made from heavy cream. It gives such a fresh and milky flavor that paired well with the rest of this plate. For sweets, we wanted to try their pastel de nata, which has some chocolate, perfectly cooked pastry here. We also love their pistachio cannoli. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm a big fan of this Italian dessert that has a deep fried pastry shell filled with ricotta cheese. Their pistachio cake was also incredibly well baked here and wasn't too sweet at all. This little cafe is an absolute gem and definitely not one to miss if you're in Cheltenham. The hospitality was fantastic, and if I lived in Cheltenham, I could definitely see myself stopping to grab a delicious sandwich for lunch on a regular basis. 5-star average on Google reviews, I can definitely see why. Don't be fooled by the simple looking sandwiches, the quality of ingredients here is unmatched. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos on a regular basis of some of my favorite places to eat that you won't want to miss. So tell me, have you been to Cheltenham before? What are some of your favorite spots in this beautiful town? Let me know in the comments. Until next time.